Hey, we're Team 1641, Mojave Robotics. Where's Waldo? We will be demonstrating the proper way to do a composite layup, starting off with the cutting of styrofoam. What we have here is what we call a variac. It sends voltage through this wire, which connects into two wires, one of a positive and a negative. And they each go into one of these clamps, sending a current through this wire, and it heats up this wire so we can cut the styrofoam. Now I'll demonstrate the safe way to plug it in. Grab the cord, not on the wire, but at here. We'll be turning this up to 10 volts, which creates a current. And remember, always use your safety goggles. And it doesn't matter which one you plug in first, whether it be the negative or the positive. Now I'm going to demonstrate the awesome cutting power of the hot wire. Right now it's already hot as soon as you turn it on, so you cannot touch it, as effective from the smoke. And there it is. Now we're going to demonstrate how to cut this. This uses two people because you need to be perfectly straight down the line. And we're also going to have a person on each side telling whether we're too deep, not deep enough, or right on the line. Alright? Go ahead and turn it off. Get it right down on your line. Go. When this starts smoking, you should have a fan on so you can get rid of the fumes so no one passes out.
Alright, the two people that are sanding, they're sanding because we want to make it all flush and even for our carbon fiber layout. The styrofoam is gonna help it be a better structure. Okay. So it's a lot harder and stuff. Yeah.
Start off by prepping the table, and it starts with scraping it with an X-Acto knife. And you have to be very careful with this because the X-Acto knives are very sharp. And over there, they'll show you how to cover up your tool, which is what you'll be fiberglassing over. Now our team is showing how to cover up our styrofoam in order to composite over it so we don't have styrofoam in our composites.
What kind of tape are you using?
Right now we're using see-through packing tape.
How do you know it's see-through packing tape?
Because it's see-through. Everyone grab 2 sheets of cheesecloth.
Is that acetone?
And the acetone I will control. Pause. To clean and sanitize the table with acetone and cheesecloth.
That's acetone, right?
Indeed.
Alright. Remember, it's acetone.
Right.
Alright boys, start whacking. Now we're going to show how to wax the table in order to provide a lubricant for the composite layup. You don't have to use green wax, but we like it because it's a pretty color. grab a nice little chunk of wax, and then you rub
Circles.
in circles to wax the table.
This way, right?
You should, while waxing the table, go clockwise on or counterclockwise.
Make sure I have a big
on,
spot because I got a lot
and
of
wax off
wax.
counterclockwise.
Right now, we are waxing the box that has been taped.
Look at handful. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Carbon fiber to fit over our styrofoam tool. This is somewhat like wrapping a Christmas present, only this stuff is really expensive and you don't just waste it. Here we have our rubber gloves that keep us from getting resin into our skin. Here are our standard tongue depressors. We use these for stirring. Here's the resin we'll be using with a 100:30 ratio of the resin and the hardener. Here are our paint brushes for painting on our epoxy. Here are our squeegees for putting on epoxy and smoothing it out. Here are our wonderful buckets for resin and micro, which we will not be using today. And here is our scale and our cheesecloth. We use 2 plies of this to maintain strength and aesthetic ability. In order to make your resin, you have to weigh out exactly how much resin you have. But you have to start by tearing out the cup, so you have 0 when you put a cup on. Now, I'll add the resin.
Again. Come on, 2 more.
Don't think so. Don't say it was a good one.
Up to 115 grams. Now, you may decide to make more or less, it doesn't matter. But
It
this is
depends
just what
on
I'm
the
going-
size of
the layout.
what you're doing, yeah.
And now, with this, you have to do it 1:3 ratio, or 3:1 ratio, sorry.
You want to make sure you pour this very slowly because it adds up real fast.
So 3-to-1 what?
3:1 ratio of resin to hardener.
Okay.
I will add the hardener to the resin.
Oh, what's that noise?
And Justin, can you please
Oh, what's that
It's
noise?
the phone. It's your phone.
It is. Oh, it
Added 1/3 of the original resin content. And now you stir, scraping the sides. And be sure to stir for at least 2 minutes. Stirring.
Oh yeah, and you don't want to keep it
Thoroughly.
waiting that long because it gets hot and it will burn through the cup.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Yes, it is an exothermic reaction that happens. And that's what makes the resin cure. You get thoroughly mixed after 2 minutes.